Well, Trump just nominated J.D. Vance as his pick for vice president, but who is J.D. Vance? We have everything that you need to know here on Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. This segment is sponsored by Lean, the only weight loss supplement guaranteed to help you lose 10 pounds or more at leanvnn.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Let's start the show. Well, Vigilant News is reporting that J.D. Vance was picked as the nominee. Now, I'm here at the RNC at the moment, and J.D. Vance may be a name familiar with you, or it may not. So who is he? What do you need to know? Here's what we have to say. Dallas reported. As the 2024 election season kicks into high gear, Donald Trump has officially announced J.D. Vance as his running mate. The strategic choice has piqued the interest of political analysts and voters alike. Let's dive into what makes J.D. Vance a compelling pick. He is in alignment with Trump's policies and values. J.D. Vance has been a steadfast supporter of Trump's America First agenda. His stances on critical issues such as immigration reform, economic nationalism, and skepticism towards globalism closely mirror Trump's positions. This ideological alignment ensures a unified front, reinforcing the campaign's core message and appealing to Trump's loyal fan base. Now, his appeal to working class voters, Vance's background as the author of Hillbilly Elegy gives him a unique connection to the working class and rural voters. His personal story of overcoming adversity resonates deeply with middle America. By selecting Vance, Trump taps into the crucial demographic, strengthening his appeal among voters who feel left behind by the political establishment. Now, Vigilant Fox shared an amazing video from Tucker Carlson where he explains why he thinks that J.D. Vance was a good selection. Whether you agree with it or not, I encourage you to listen closely to what he has to say here.
So now J.D. Vance is the VP pick, and I think every person who pays close attention has got to be thrilled by that. And if you don't know much about J.D. Vance, I'm not even going to make a case for J.D. Vance. I'm going to tell you what I just saw, which is that every bad person I've ever met in a lifetime in Washington was aligned against J.D. Vance. And I do think the negative case is often more powerful because I know of myself, I do not think I'm a particularly good person. I have strong reasons for feeling that way. I don't always think that my side is right. I know for a fact I have been wrong many, many times. And I hope to correct and be honest about my error. So it's not like I think that, I'm always, God's always on my side. Sometimes I'm not on God's side. But I definitely know who's representing the other side. It's a lot easier to tell who the people who are only in it because they like, killing other people in pointless wars. Like, I know who those people are. And their odor is so powerful that I can smell one when he walks in the room. And every single one of those people in a line that would extend from Milwaukee to Chicago was lined up over the last week to knife J.D. Vance. Not on personal grounds. He's a perfectly nice guy. He's like one of the only members of the Senate with a happy marriage. True. But because they thought he would be harder to manipulate and slightly less enthusiastic about killing people. That's it. That he would be an impediment to their exercising power. And boy, they went after him in a way I've just kind of never seen.
And that's his opinion. Now, that's obviously a testament to a man. If you have a good marriage, it's very easy to screw a marriage up. It's very easy to make bad decisions, bad choices. And so you've got to realize that this guy may be practicing what he preaches. Now, Vigilant News goes on to explain a little more, not just that he is a man of good marriage, good character, but also he has intellectual gravitas. Bringing a level of intellectual heft to the ticket, Vance is known for his thoughtful critiques of both the Republican and Democratic establishments. He also has Midwest representation. He's a senator from Ohio, provides strategic geographical representation. He also has youth and energy. At 40, Vance brings youthful vigor to the campaign. This contrasts with older age of many national politicians and can help energize younger voters. He also has a military background. His service as a Marine resonates with patriotic and military supporting voters. He has economic insight with a background in venture capital and a strong grasp of economic issues. Vance can speak authoritatively on policies to bolster the American economy. His focus on supporting domestic manufacturing and technological innovation aligns well with Trump's economic agenda. Vance's insights are expected to bolster confidence in the campaign's economic plans. He also has cultural commentary, populist appeal, media savvy, and in conclusion, Vigilant News reports that J.D. Vance's selection as Donald Trump's running mate brings a blend of personal relatability, intellectual rigor, and political alignment with Trump's core principles. His presence on the ticket reinforces Trump's appeal to key voter demographics, particularly in the Midwest and among working-class Americans, while also adding youthful energy and dynamic engagement to the campaign. As the 2024 election unfolds, Vance's contributions are poised to play a pivotal role in shaping the campaign's success. And I'm going to explain to you some of the wins. We have a video here of some of his best wins, if you're not familiar, where he's sort of won on the debate stage or sort of proved people incorrect. But I want to remind you that if you're trying to lose weight this summer and you want to lose 10 pounds or more, you can use one of those miracle injectable drugs that the celebrities are using. The only problem is they're extremely expensive and you have to use needles. Plus, the only reason they help you lose weight fast is because they limit your appetite and regulate blood sugar. Now the doctors at Brick House have developed a new supplement that does the exact same thing, but does not require needles and does not require expensive, prescription. It's called Lean. Now I got to remind you, it does the same thing, regulates your diet, your appetite, and your blood sugar, but it really works a little too effectively. So this is not for casual dieters. It has to be for people who want to lose 10 pounds or more. Get a bottle today at leanvnn.com. That's LEANVNN.com. And if you use my promo code VNN at checkout, you can get 15% off plus free rush shipping. So go over there today, get yourself a bottle and lose the weight. Now, as I mentioned, JD Vance has some winning moments. Here they are of him on the debate stage, published originally by Daily Caller.
And they talk about this all the time. The thing they never mentioned is that poor girl was raped by an illegal alien, somebody that should have never been in this state in the first place. When the media and people like Tim Ryan accuse me of engaging in the great replacement theory, I'll tell you exactly what happens, Tim. What happens is that my own children, my biracial children, get attacked by scumbags online and in person because you are so desperate for political power that you'll accuse me, the father of 3 beautiful biracial babies, of engaging in racism. We are sick of it. You can believe in a border without being a racist. You can believe in the country without being a racist. And this just shows how desperate this guy is for political power.
I think it takes a special amount of gall to be from Joe Biden's political party and to complain about the fentanyl crisis that is ravaging not just Ohio, but the entire country, because it is Joe Biden's border policies that have invited this fentanyl into our country at record levels.
It explains that wife, the word wife, is an example of the type of language that we need to eliminate. And I'm just asking if that's something you think is necessary or something you support.
I'd have to give that one some more thought.
I would hope that the word wife is not something that or is something that we can all agree is a reasonable vocabulary word that most Americans use in their daily life. It's not something that we need to eliminate. And I'm very confident that the majority of Ohioans, if there's a pilot who is offended by the word wife or the word cockpit, maybe that person shouldn't be a pilot. So rather than kowtowing to people who are fragile, maybe we should actually say, if you're so worried about the words that we are using, you shouldn't be flying multi-ton metal engines through the sky.
Exactly. And you can watch more of that directly at the Daily Caller. I'm Elijah Schaefer. Thank you for watching another episode of Beyond the Headlines, only on Vigilant News. If you want to receive more of these videos every day, don't forget to subscribe to our channels on rumble.com and on X. We are at Vigilant News. And you can also get these videos direct to your inbox through our newsletter at vigilantnews.com. Have a great rest of the week, as always, and may God bless the United States of America. I'm signing out.